So the question you might be asking yourself is, how do I quit in-person coaching and transition to a fully online and virtual business? Now, I've been fully virtual now for maybe the last 7 years, I think. And I've been able to experience traveling around the world and pretty much doing what I want with the freedom that I want. And there are a few principles that I think you should understand, because quite simply, if you've been affected by this whole situation that's gone on in the crazy world we live in today, then I don't blame you for thinking about building a virtual business. Now, the difficulty is in the security. So if you're used to having people around you and you can go and connect with people in the gym, you can go and chat to people, and that's how you get your clients, then I can see where the fear and anxiety may stem from. If I was a personal trainer in a health club right now, or I was hiring a space like in a sublet and I didn't own my own gym, I would be looking to build a fully virtual coaching business, quite simply because I have control. Nobody can say to me, the gym is closed. Nobody can say to me, we're no longer taking on personal trainers. Nobody can say to me, we're at 25% capacity, because this is the real hard facts. Like, how can you actually go and approach people in a public gym in today's world, right? It's very difficult. Masks on, social distancing and all of that craziness. It's just chaos. And so building a virtual business is actually fairly simple, but it's also difficult at the same time. It's not easy to get to that point. So what do you actually need to do to go full digital? Now, the first thing you've got to understand is that your content and your presence is basically the foundation, the bricks and mortar of your business, right? So you want to become followed, you've got to be followable, right? You have to have stuff that people can sit and binge on and look at and view and watch and absorb that is valuable. And so the first thing I'd be doing is creating content daily. Like, it doesn't matter if the content's great. It's the act of doing it that sharpens you up and it gets you into a place where you can actually communicate what you do. The second thing is having a compelling offer that stands out from everybody else. Now, if you're an online fitness coach, it's very simple to understand that most people want to lose fat, build muscle, look better, right? That's it. But we've got to think about the variations of that thing, right? If we just go after, mums who want to lose a dress size or two, well, that's very generic. So we have to think about specifically who it is that we want to attract. Now, in a local gym, where maybe you have 1,000 members, you've got to take every client that comes, right? Because you're in a limited pool of people. It's like you've got literally 1,000 people that can become clients. When you transition to a virtual coaching business, you have a potential of millions of people. Like, you could literally become the world's leading authority on fat loss for accountants. Because there are thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of accountants across the globe. You could become the number one fat loss expert for accountants. You could become the number one fat loss expert for internet marketers. You could become the number one muscle building expert for, skinny business owners. Like, there are a number of different avenues and niches that you could challenge and tackle, because simply in a global market, there are millions of the people that you want to attract. So the number one thing you've got to do, above and beyond everything else, is be very specific on who it is that you want to attract, how you specifically help them, and what specific problem you solve. Now, this is the place in which most people struggle, because they think, well, Chris, why would I turn down this client? Or why would I turn down this client? The very act of repulsion is the very act of attraction, right? You cannot attract without repelling. If you think about a magnet, one side will repel and the other side will attract. And that's what you've got to think about in all of your marketing. If you only specifically help females that are, female directors, female business owners that are 40 plus, and parents, then be specific in that. Hey, my name is Chris Brown, and I help 40 plus females that own their own business and that are mums, and they juggle their home life and their work life, and they struggle to get balance between the two. If you've ever found yourself working your ass off, getting home, and your kids are there, and you don't want to go out to the gym, you don't want to disappear when you've been at work all day, and you have this inner conflict of trying to balance your work life and health and fitness, then I want to share something very quickly with you. That's how you would frame that specific thing. So if you can imagine being that person in that market, then people are going to be magnetically attracted. Same and likewise, you're going to have people who are maybe stay-at-home moms who don't have the work balance, home balance. They have a different problem. Hey, look, if you're a stay-at-home mom right now and you're the one that looks after the kids while the husband goes out to work, and you don't find the time to get yourself to the gym because you're spending your time looking after your kids and your husband and right? They have very different problems. So that's it. You've got to be really, really specific and understand you will never, ever, 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 ever hit market cap in a very specific niche with a virtual coaching business, because simply there are millions upon millions upon millions of potential clients, and you only need a handful to build a really profitable and powerful business. One little note that I'm going to say on the last little piece is that you need to price effectively enough to be able to actually advertise your business. If you are charging bottom dollar, 30, 40, 50 pound, 50 bucks, you're going to struggle to actually build a business of any traction at all. Unless you've got a massive following, you've got all these people that already follow you, it's going to be very difficult for you to get in the game. All right, so hopefully that was incredible advice for you. Look, if you want to take your online fitness business to the next level, we have a workshop. There is a link below. You can check it out. We use a very simple, easy to implement method called a visible funnel. Visible funnel doesn't rely on tech or automation or email or any of that craziness. You can literally use this, get it set up in 24 to 48 hours and be skyrocketing your online fitness coaching business. Go ahead, the link is below right now. Go and check it out. It's completely free, won't cost you a penny, just a little bit of your time, which is worth exploring. All right, that's it, Chris Brown. Peace out. Bye-bye.